Hello, Courtney. My name is Sean Everett. I'm the website analysis expert at Zucor Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis. So get some popcorn, sit back. We're going to be here for a couple of hours. No, I'm kidding. We're only going to be here for about 8 minutes or so. You have spent some money on your site, and it shows. It is a beautiful site. It is interactive. It's got a lot of information on it, and in that respect, my hat's off to you. I don't have a hat right now, but if I did, I would take it off for you. Anyway, I'm not really here about the aesthetic part of it because that doesn't interest me much. What I'm going to show you in this video is how you can get more customers online. I'm going to run through a few things that you can implement on your website right away. And in addition to that, I'm going to compare you to one of your competitors and show you why they're beating you, show you the numbers, and then show you how you can beat them instead. So let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I do after I look at your site is I have this paid tool. It's called Ahrefs, and it gives me a sense of your site by giving me all the metrics that it's had over the last couple of months. Now, the next thing I do is I go to a Google search. And as you can see, I've typed in Buffalo for the search for roofers. And the reason that I'm doing that is simple. Google is responsible for about 96% of your traffic. That is what critics estimate. But 96% of your traffic is a huge amount. And most people don't know how Google works. And if you don't know how something works, you can't take advantage of its benefits. So I'm going to tell you how Google works, and let's keep going. Now, I'm going to show you how it works by virtue of explaining this result page of Buffalo, New York roofing. And the first thing I need to tell you is that Google has an algorithm that determines the placement of everything. And the algorithm is looking for about 3 things. And I'm going to show you what all of those things are. So first up, we have what they call the sponsored in Google, but they're paid, that they paid to get up here, which is a good strategy for some. Nothing wrong with that. Underneath the paid ones are what we call the map pack in my business. They call it businesses, but these are folks who have a business who have filled out the Google business profile. Now that business profile is like any other. It asks all sorts of questions about like what year you started your business, what your daily hours are, and if you have any Google reviews, it will add them to this little area too. And the biggest bonus is that you are up near the top of a Google search. But here's where the people really start looking at Google. And that is underneath the map pack in this area that we call the organic search results. Now, they're only organic in the sense that you don't have to fill out a profile to get on them. All you have to do is have a website. But as you probably know, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of listings in this. And the placement of those, again, is the domain of the algorithm. The first thing that it was looking for was actually the map pack. If you fill out the Google business profile, that's great. Number 2 that it's looking for is content. And for that reason, I'm gonna select O'Connor because they're up here near the top. They have a list of the top 10 roofing companies. I don't know why they just doesn't go to their homepage, but here's their homepage. The reason I'm showing you that is because I want to show you about content. Now, you have a lot of content. I kind of have an idea how this is going to work out. Oh my, I did that wrong. Select all, copy, and paste. Let's try this again. There we go. 2,028 words. That is amazing because most companies only have 300 to 600 words. You have blown everybody out of the water. There's no way that O'Connor has as many words as you do. Let's see how close they come. Probably not very close would be my guess. Oh, wow, that surprises me. That surprises me a lot. Wow. Okay, well, it's a competition. So you're going to want to have more than 2,481 words. Start with 25 and see how high you can go. You have a beautiful site. It is not bogged down by words. There are just a lot of them here that help the search clients find what they're looking for. Now, the reason I bring this up is that Google wants content. Google figures a minimum amount of words necessary is 1,500. You have blown that out of the water. So what you need to do is add keywords. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Keywords are words that exist in your industry. They are words that I would never use in a sentence in my regular life. But they're generally little phrases that appear on your site and the site of your competitors. They also appear in Google search results, and they also appear in the communities that you serve. So I'm going to show you what your competitor here has in O'Connor. They have, you have 603, they have 3,900. So there's a little bit of a catch up to do there. I'm going to show you what they have. And anything that has O'Connor in it, I'm going to exclude because obviously you're not going to have that on your website. Gutter repair, roofing contractors, metal roof parts, how much soffit vent do I need? Modified, what does that say? Bloomin' versus roll roofing. Oh, well, see, there's a phrase I have never used in my life. This is the first time I've even read it. So clearly stuff that has to do with your industry. Excuse me. There should be some other things here too about like, oh, here we go, Buffalo, that sort of thing. You need more of these little phrases. Now, next up, we have what we call the backlinks. Backlinks are where your site appears on somebody else's site, and there is a link back to you in that mention. So, for instance, Yelp. If you claim your profile and you put your URL in there, there's a link back to you. They call it a backlink. Now, you have 1,100 backlinks on 326 domains. Your competitor only has 237, but 44 remains. You beat them in this category a lot. But remember that Google is a word-based search. Google will always weight this heavier than they will the backlinks. Now, their backlinks, just to show you, let's see here. They only have 2 in the 90s. HomeAdvisor and Expertise.com, This Old House, Today's Homeowner. These are the ones. You want 70 and above. You don't necessarily need anything below that if you can help it. But obviously there's going to be some local ones, the local Buffalo Weekly newspaper, whatever. I don't know if there's an article on you in there or something like that. There would be a link back to your site. Now, what I want to show you mostly is after all of this, your backlinks and your keywords have given you only 319 visitors over the last month. That's up 4 from the month before. You had 315 before. Now your competitor here had 1,900, which is roughly 5.9 times more visitors than you had, which means that they had 5.9 times more opportunity for one of these visitors to become a customer by asking for an estimate, and then ultimately to put money in their pocket. Now, obviously not every single one of these visitors is going to turn into a customer. I don't even know what the rate is for, visitor versus how many they, will actually call you as a result of that. But these are separate visitors. They're not like repeat visits. This is what it comes down to. These visits are worth something. Now, I'm going to show you one final thing. I'm going to go into this search result here. And I'm going to start scrolling down, and I'm going to look for Stellar Roofing. And I just want to find out how far down you are. And in a sense, the reason I'm doing this is because I want you to think about your own Google behavior and tell me, how far do you scroll down when you are looking for something? Do you go like all the way to the bottom, or do you like to scroll incessantly, or do at some point you say to yourself, you know what, I probably have what I need from here on up, so I don't need to scroll any further down. Down there is probably just a waste of my time because things start getting less and less relevant to what I'm looking for. Anyway, would you have scrolled this far is what my question is, looking for a roofer. And if your answer is no, then change 3 things to get your website closer to the top of a Google search. I am going to summarize. Google Business Profile, keywords, backlinks. Now, those are things that you can implement right now. As I said earlier, you can do it right now. We can also help you make these changes, and the goal would be to get you many more new customers. Now, Eric is going to be following up with you to get some feedback on this video and some of the ideas that I presented to you. So I hope I have been helpful to you. Thank you so much for your time, and have a great rest of your day.